So, the last we left you guys, you guys were preparing for a very well thought out plan to get yourself to the
It
Blacketh's camp.
is a well thought out plan. It's just not our well thought out plan.
Yeah. We're putting our life and trust in the hands, the tiny, tiny hands
of a swarm of cranium rats.
Yep.
I do want to point out that before Whistler comes over and gets in the rocket, he does go over and he has his skeletons and zombies guarding Sandy kill each other.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before they go to the swarm? I will let you know for Zashi and Brutus, you're staying in the Lemeray house as well, right?
Yeah.
So throughout the night, you guys just hear, "Hey guys, you want to play a game? I really like to play games. Come on, guys.
Sure. What's the
You
game?
want to play checkers? We'll play checkers."
I want to play checkers. Whatever that voice is, I want to play checkers now.
Oh yeah, I think Zashi does get up. Kind of. I'm hoping that this is before we actually go to bed.
It's like right after you guys are like fully prepared to go to bed, and then the house starts talking to you.
Okay.
Sure, we can play a round of checkers with you.
Okay.
You want me to make tea, Brutus?
Sure.
Okay, I'll make tea.
How long do you guys play checkers with the house? The house is really bad at checkers.
I'm assuming if we don't set a time limit, it'll just want to keep playing checkers forever.
Oh yeah, it's
okay. I don't know how long it would take for Brutus to catch on to that vibe.
Zashi would probably figure it out relatively quickly, and so would say we can only play for hour and a half tops, and then we got to go to bed.
Oh, but guys, I'm having fun.
We'll play more when we come back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they all say.
Didn't this just become a house like very recently? Who's
Yeah.
they?
It was a house before.
That's true. Can I pinky promise the house that if I'm
Doesn't really have
alive
pinkies.
Yeah, it's a gestural thing. I'll be like, if I'm alive when I come back,
A little like tentacle, Lemeray tentacle comes out that's slightly shaped like a pinky, and
yes. All right.
All right, guys. Oh.
Poor house.
Okay, and then beyond that, is there anything anyone else wants to do?
I think I covered everything that prep-wise I needed to do last session, so I'm good.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, so you guys head to the swarm. The swarm is giving you like a safety check. There are like harnesses. It's not there's not plastic isn't really a thing in this world, so it's mainly like a bunch of like well finished wood in the cockpit of this thing. The nose is made out of steel though, like, and
yeah, guys, I have a really not great feeling about this. I love leather, but yeah, this doesn't look safe, guys.
Crixus, we're going. Get in.
I pat Crixus on the back, and then I do the like the universal "Did I lie to you" face,
Hmm.
and I get it.
Face to make. Does like someone at least know like that spell that like makes you fall real slow in case something goes wrong?
I don't know what spell you're talking about.
Feather guy gets it. His thumb came way up.
Actually, at that, the cranium rats like. Oh, by the way, I put an anti-magic shell coating over the rocket so that you won't be attacked in mid-flight.
Yeah, this is getting better and better.
Thank you, Swarm. That was very thoughtful of you.
Did you guys like piss these things off at some point? Like, are we on good terms per se with the things that are running around making this?
This so.
Gotcha.
There was a mistake made in the past,
Oh,
but we have been working towards repairing relations.
Okay. The rats just seem like diligent. Like you do see it, quite a bit of the swarm itself is crawling into the like storage area, which you see a bunch of like. Again, you guys don't have any context for this, but you as players do. They're about the size of radio controlled cars, so they're like this big, and the rats like get inside of them, and their little cranium brain is sticking out of them. But they're definitely tanks.
oh, good. They're coming with us. Yeah, that's makes it a little better. Yeah.
You do kind of notice that the tanks are way more well armored than the rest of than like the cockpit you guys are sitting in.
We're more durable. It's okay.
I'm gonna need the big guy here with the fur and the little guy with the feathers on either side of me, maybe for extra padding, just in case it gets a little rough.
I'm not sure that there's enough room in each of the cockpits for you to sit side by side like that.
Brutus
Yeah,
will
it's cool. I'm skinny.
Radiating in your
Brutus
head
sits down
around
and
this
he'll-
point is actually like murder of crows. The wind is dying down, and we have a very limited amount of time to make this launch. Can you please get into your seats?
Yeah, get in. Strap down under the direction of the rats.
Crixus does his best to get exactly what he said he wanted sitting position wise.
You do like they do let you like the front. There really doesn't have so much a window. Like there is a small slit, but like they wanted as little glass as possible in this area because it's not a rocket. Like there's no like slowing down.
Well, there is.
It's
Just
a missile.
Yeah.
It's a torpedo.
we'll slow down when we hit something.
Yeah.
We're all good.
So it's you really can't see where you're going.
Are there any other windows?
It like there are some on the like portholes on the side, so you can kind of but you guys also don't really have any way to steer either. You're gonna get shot out of a cannon, so it's not.
It's not going to stop people from scratching a target on the glass, though.
Well, I just want a window seat because I want to see the space.
Okay. Okay. So once everybody gets strapped in, you hear the obligatory countdown, and then I do need everybody to make Constitution saves as soon as you get fired out of cannon. As you're going about you're gonna get read out. Like you're just.
Okay, I do have to ask, since we're making the con save, in the cockpit, who is within 10 feet of Zashi?
Everybody would be. It's not a very big cockpit. In fact, like you're talking about cushion. Pretty much all of you are guys are cushioned up against Brutus right now.
Okay. Well, in that case, everyone gets to add +4 to the save.
Oh, 22. That's good. I didn't pass out.
Yeah.
if that
Uh-huh.
But
Like,
she does.
would Nigel be able to turn into a rat and drive one of the tanks?
Sure.
Nice. So he's gonna be back there with those guys where it's safe. I don't know if you need to check.
I
on
mean,
him.
it's going to be difficult. He's not trained and he's not a cranium rat, so he doesn't have like the telekinetic abilities, but sure.
So when Zashi goes out, does her aura drop?
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, that's without the plus whatever.
You have to be conscious for your aura to work.
Okay, they get that save before I pass out.
Yeah, I know, but
I rolled before.
I'm fine.
okay. So Zashi,
So
you
I'm at 13.
Zashi, you pull out, pass out. I'm just gonna make the con save a 10 because I don't really know the So everybody
Oh,
that
Zashi would have an 11.
No, that my
She doesn't get her own
aura
base.
is automatically added into that.
Oh,
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah, I'm out.
so Zashi's out.
She's just taking a nap, guys.
So you guys actually like you get through the atmosphere. Again, you're not exactly sure where you're headed, but you can see space. It actually, as soon as you get out of the gravity well of Suabos, like that weird feeling of nausea starts going away. Zashi, you're still passed out though, so you don't. But the it actually like you're still going unbelievably fast. You're aware of that intellectually, but as you cross out of the atmosphere, because there's no real frame of reference except the stars, and there's no force holding you back anymore, it feels like you go weightless and you can kind of, and it feels like you're not moving at any amount of speed. Your bat apparently is able to stay awake too.
I'm poking Zashi. I'm like, Zashi, this isn't the time to sleep.
I would say you guys, because it's like the like you are strapped in, so the weightlessness is not the like a huge deal, but but also you're kind of being smushed up against Brutus. Brutus takes up a decent amount of this cockpit. If Bill would have came, it probably would have been like you probably wouldn't have been able to fit.
Like the squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Bill didn't come.
I've Terry hasn't played with us for a while, so if and there's a way to get Bill there that doesn't involve shooting him out of a cannon. So he ends up joining.
Hold on, there is. Wait, hold on. What about for everybody?
It really only applies to Bill.
Damn it. That's fair.
Well, I take my harness off because I want to float around.
Okay.
I really instinctively want to like reach out and grab your ankle so that you don't float away and get hurt. Just like a tether. It's like, no. Come back here.
Well, it's still small. I can't float very far.
Mm-hmm.
I still probably have my hands out ready to catch or brace you should there be a sudden disrupt in gravity.
And you don't really have that much time. Like if 15 minutes after you break the atmosphere, you do hear all hands brace for impact. Or here.
Well, I start scrambling, trying to get back to my seat.
Brutus immediately soccer moms it, arms out to each side, bracing everyone into their seats.
Okay.
Soccer mom.
Immediate soccer mom.
Okay. Everybody is fine. Well, except with the exception of I need a dexterity save with advantage from Whistler, and a normally you'd automatically fail dexterity saves, but I'll give Zashi a dexterity save to not smash her unconscious head against. It's more of like a luck check than anything else from Zashi.
I'm just like shaking Zashi. I'm like, wake up!
Next-based luck check.
Zashi, you don't bash your head against something.
Right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. Is that deck save is not Zashi doing anything to protect herself. She's just like comfy and like snuggles closer to like at just the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Big electric blanket.
Yeah, you
pillow.
could you guys just slam into this fortress. Going through about 3 walls. I need somebody to roll a D100 for me.
I vote Shayna. She rolls low.
I was very
Yeah, but what
deliberately.
if low
not
isn't what we want?
What do we want, Scott?
Well, we know that I only do one or the other.
So I'm gonna let you know. You guys are rolling for page number.
Oh,
Oh, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I feel less. And what did I just fuck?
right in the middle. Good stuff.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Okay, I will be right back. And then we'll start this dungeon.
If this goes bad, we all have Shayna.
I don't think that's necessary.
So
think
Grixis is 100% like clinging for his life to Brutus. Like he's turned around in the harness and is facing like bear hug, arms and legs as wrapped as humanly possible, burying his face, and he's probably like gripping so hard he's shaking.
And Brutus probably, I mean, he's doing the soccer run thing, but he's probably trying to like pat Crixus on the head. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
I wonder how bad the impact was for this. I feel like there should have been a roll for it.
There was a roll.
I mean, there was a dex roll for you. I'm talking about a roll for when we impacted.
It'll be okay.
This is a
Just don't
crash.
ask. Don't be the student that says, "Didn't we have a pop quiz today?" Don't ask. We'll be fine. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I forgot.
Well, either this rocket was really, really, really fast, or this moon was a lot closer than I thought it was.
Yes. Well, he said, didn't he say
It
last
said
time that it was like
50 after we
Majora's
broke
Mask
old that we
badass?
And also, oops. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, my headphones were unplugged. Just to let you guys know, yeah, the book I'm reading is organized by well, technically EL level, but CR level. So yes, the lower the number, the less severe what happens.
So CR 58. Excellent. Level 20. Here we come, guys.
We only have to kill one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm expediting.
Okay, as you break through, this area has a peculiar greenish hue, nearly glowing in intensity. A sticky green goo covers the walls and ceiling. It grows thick in the cracks of the walls. Water drips from patches on the ceiling.
So we're still inside the rocket, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I read the wrong thing. Sorry.
I was gonna say we hit a Jello planet.
I thought I was.
green.
That was part of something else. So sorry, my bad. In this, so you crash through the ceiling of this, and you land actually in a lake. Sorry, my bad. In this bizarre underground grotto, trees grow from the soil as assuredly as they could see the sun. Natural light, as bright as daylight, emanates from the ceiling in the distance. You think you can see a glint. Well, you are actually plow into the water in this like weird underground forest grotto.
Does it look like Dagobah?
No. As much as it's getting a weird Star Wars feel throughout this entire thing, this is not my Star Wars game.
Like, no, it's not that.
As it gets eerily quiet in the rocket after our impact, you can probably hear Crixus uttering various prayers to just about every god he's ever heard of. Like he's just listing deity names.
Just pat.
I will let you know you're not sinking. The lake is like it. The lake is like swimming pool deep. It's deep enough to you could like it's like 5 feet deep.
I pull a small little statue off of my junk harness, and it's of Daco, and I hand it to Crixus.
Nice. I mean,
Well, it's not it's a wood carving of Daco.
Mm.
Crixus hasn't opened his eyes, but he like feels that like being pressed at him, and he just grabs it and he just starts like feeling it with his other hand blindly, like, and whoever this is, please, oh please, oh please, oh please, let me live. Please, oh please, let me live. Just mantra.
I will say there's some weird creaking. You also then hear some popping and then some whirring coming from behind you,
Is there
as though
any-
1,000 little tiny tank treads just started exiting the.
Just brrr.
and
Probably a
then
good time to not hear anymore.
like a bunch of splashing, and then a slight psychic like yell of "We didn't anticipate water."
I rolled the one thing to fuck them up. I'm so sorry.
Told you, your fault.
Shut
Your plan's great until it begins.
Well, can we get out
Possible.
of this
Becca's
thing?
asking if they can help them get where they need to be. The mainly the tanks actually stopped and are now like crawling over your guys' spaceship hull like spiders basically.
All right. Well, let's pop out of here. I'll start if I can help boost people out, or I don't know what orientation we're in, but start getting out of this pod.
Okay. I will say you get it's kind of shaped like a bullet, so you're so like you're when you pop out, you don't end up in the water. You're just kind of like sitting on top of your spaceship, but half of your spaceship is buried into the silt in the lake.
Mm.
How far from the shore are we?
You're about 10 feet from the shore.
I'll scoop up as many little tanks as I can and carry them across so they don't have to go underwater.
Does that mean you're forcing Crixus to stop hugging you?
No, I can baby like you've seen the toddler on the hip. I got you on one side and I'm scooping up a bunch of tanks in the other. I'll carry you all across. I'll make multiple trips if I need.
Here comes the backpack cliche.
Yes.
Okay. As you get to the shore, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw there, Brutus.
Am I gonna drop my baby? I don't get nearly as good a bonus this time.
Okay. So suddenly you hear a loud twanging sound. Something flies through the air towards you. You're able to dodge out of the way, and a pot of honey smashes against a tree.
That's weird.
As soon as that happened, like in the above the tree, like 3 raccoons just jump and start like clawing at the honey, trying to eat the honey off of the tree.
Does the
Yeah.
honey explode though?
Something
No.
smells really good,
Is
guys.
Dashi awake?
Well, Becca's not back yet, so no. When Becca gets back, she'll be awake.
I am trying to drag Zashi out.
Okay.
Like I said, once I drop Prixus and the little rats off, I'll come back and help with getting.
What are you looking for,
The moment
Becca?
my butt hits the ground, it's like a spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch minute.
Top,
Like,
you got
it's
me.
like
Last
I'm
year,
alive!
this one.
I'm alive!
I don't know where
This
it's
guy,
at.
it was him, wasn't it? It was this guy. Playing with his little Daco minifigure.
As I'm crossing back, I'll yell out to him, "Don't touch the honey.
I'll find it
The raccoons
after.
like it too much." I don't know if I know what raccoons are. Those things like it too much.
Yeah, that's basically what's that. Everybody else doing?
Going to shore.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys all go to the shore?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, once we get Zashi.
Okay.
How heavy is the pod? Empty?
We'll say 500 pounds.
That
Okay,
We all
cool.
work together,
I will
gang.
actually-
levitate it.
Maybe. Well, I was going to say yeah, I'm going to do that, but
I think it's 500 pounds, isn't it?
no. Well, it is 500 pounds, but I'm not going to do that because I did not prepare levitate.
Oh,
So never mind.
But that's your like special spell. Why don't you have that?
Right? What kind of a Yoda are you?
Yeah. I'll have to get it out of the what? I'll have to get it out of the swamp tomorrow.
Not a swamp. Actually, being very specific, this lake is crystal clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Luke said that too. I'll get that out tomorrow.
Well, we just disrupted a lot of silt. It's probably not as clear as it could be.
I will taste the water.
It tastes slightly silty, but yeah, it's pure water. I do want to. There's a bunch of like raccoon honey badger things still clawing at this tree, trying to get all the
warn
honey.
them about those.
But
Yeah, they're just trying to get some honey. They're fine.
and this
Also,
honey
that
pot
honey
came
got
from
there.
somewhere.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh,
where
it's
did
in the
the
tree.
honey come from, though?
Beneath in the trees. Can I try
will
and
pass-
determine where it came from?
Hmm?
Would I be able to determine where it came from so I could try and point
Yeah,
it out?
you can see a clearing, just like a break in the trees, just a little bit beyond.
I'll point it out.
This chamber is huge. I would even need to like it is massive.
Well, considering you described an entire ecosystem down here, yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed it would be huge.
I'm gonna cast my mage talon and try to get a little sample of that honey.
Okay. It's very good wildflower honey.
Cool.
I will need to make sure. Brutus, can you give me an intelligence save real quick? This has nothing to do with what's going on. It has to do with how this you being a minotaur. It's a minotaur thing.
Yeah, I figured. 15.
Okay, so you're not entirely sure what's going on. Like you have an innate sense towards mazes. That's part of being a minotaur. There's something wrong. Like you can sense where the center of this maze is, but it's constantly shifting. Like there's something wrong with this place. It doesn't make sense. And as you think about it, you're like, this doesn't make sense if there's only 3 dimensions.
Yeah, it's non-Euclidean.
Yeah.
Guys, we got an Escher maze.
Okay, so do you head towards the break or are you waiting for everybody to come back?
Are all the rats okay that are gonna be okay?
Yeah, if you guys want to spend some time moving the rats back and forth, you can.
Yeah.
I was
I
doing
mean, they
that.
got us here.
I'll,
They're
I'll
probably
cast Enser's disc and float them across.
Okay. Easy enough. They actually like use their psychic abilities to kind of hop, so they use the tensor's disc to like hop onto the tensor and then hop again.
Nigel probably just went this one flew.
Little skipping stones.
Okay, so as you guys head to the break in the trees, the calm pond provides a break from the trees. The two people are talking beneath a shade tree by the bank. Judging from their silhouettes, they're probably young women.
Not it.
They looked scared and kind of like one of them definitely has like there's a pot of honey, like pots of honey near it. It seems like they just threw at the first person who got out of the thing that disturbed their
Do
stuff.
they look like human women, or what are we looking at here?
Give me since you asked, give me a perception check.
I would love to give you a perception check. Bam.
Yeah, they look like pretty young women.
It didn't work super well last time, but I'm gonna do the I mean you no harm thing again.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stand a lot further back this time in case they also want to try and shoot me.
Okay, I do want to. So okay, yeah. Give me a charisma check.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
You're a big bull creature.
I know. I'm nice. Carrying around a bunch of tank rats and an unconscious Yanti. It's fine. So he's super not threatening.
So the one, like, she is one is kind of darker, browner skin than the other one. The other one actually looks kind of pale. The darker skin one backs up, but the paler woman with dark hair, it almost like as the light catches it, you see hints of like deep blue highlights in there. She goes, well, it's been a while since we had any visitors. I suppose we could just don't come any closer.
Done
Alpha
deal.
Saboya is a little bit more nervous than I am.
We know we're hunting a lich, right? We had discussed that before, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I have changed my aura to read as undead.
Oh, okay. As soon as they spot you, then both of them mention door out.
Well, I don't look undead. I just have like a paladin's.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Awesome.
Who spooked him? It wasn't me this time.
We all know it was you. You don't have a good track record for this.
He tries his hardest.
I mean, it could have been me. I'm very intimidating in some circles.
You certainly are.
I'm pointing at him, at Crixus. Totally with Crixus.
Sorry, it's an aura, that I put off this air, and some women just find it very intimidating, and it makes those interactions really difficult. I try and I try to just like get to know people and make friends, and I think like everyone likes me, but sometimes it just fluke happens.
Brutus will actually reach out and pat him on the head.
At which point he actually yells, "I'm sorry, come back! I only bite if you ask nice."
Oh God.
Weirdly, give me a charisma.
Honey.
Yeah, I was like, did they leave the pot? of honey?
Hold on, Crixus. I need you to make a persuasion check with advantage because of what you just said.
Oh my God! I knew it.
Ooh.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
So the paler woman with the bluer hair, actually, like, she doesn't reappear, but an illusion of her. Most of you have some type of, so I'm not like, two of you have true sight, and there's a bunch of other things going on. So you know it's an illusion.
Real.
She just kind of touches like, oh, if you leave the undead crow, maybe we can talk. I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Whistler, when'd you die?
I'm looking back behind me.
Is Zashi starting to wake up?
Okay, Crixus, you are charmed.
Hold on.
You're not compelled, but you have the charmed condition with this woman.
Chris is like, damn, was she that pretty before?
No. Run away.
He just starts like kind of preening a little bit. Says, yeah, Whistler, take a hike, bro. It's clearly you. Actually, I don't think I know your name yet. Feather guy, take a hike. It's clearly you.
Okay. Yeah. I walk along the bank, kind of away. I grab a couple of the rat. I grab probably a rat tank, so I have a friend.
Okay.
I don't know how many I can carry.
I don't
know how
like
heavy they
splitting
are.
the party.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Scott, is Zashi starting to wake up?
Yeah, Sashi would wake up. You probably see Whistler like pouting.
So initially when
And you're on the bank. We pulled you out.
Yeah.
Excellent. So initially when she wakes up, she's kind of muttering about green slime for some reason, and then kind of pats Brutus. It's like, I'm up. You can set me down, I think.
No. You were on the bank, not.
Oh,
I think Storm
I
carried
just
you.
carried. Yeah, no, I just carried you across.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do. This is gonna be happening concurrently. So, Crixus, as Whistler leaves from the tree line, and as Whistler gets back towards where Zashi is, her companion still isn't there, but Alpha, Amarantha, the pale skin one, comes up to you. You can now see as she gets closer, especially Storm and Brutus, that she has like there seems to be like tattoos of seaweed on her arm, like scrolling seaweed, and she's just wet, like sparkly bits of water are on her.
Gonna reach out and just grab the back of Crixus's collar and just hold it. Just hold him there.
You're like, hey,
Just
Nigel, check out this. She's got ink.
Okay, back to Whistler and Sashi. You hear soft feminine screams coming from behind you, along with the sound of metal chopping wood. A soft but frantic voice calls out, "Heroes, help us! Please, it is I, Amarantha. Alpha Bisaboya's tree is being attacked. Please come."
I'm gonna go ahead and use my divine sense.
Okay.
So
Tell me what your divine sense can.
can sense anything affected by a hallowed spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Whistler is undead, but yeah, that's all you. That's all you sense. You didn't say Fae, right?
Celestial fiend and undead.
Yeah.
Nope,
It
doesn't
doesn't do
say.
fun.
Yep. Okay.
I think it's just Rangers.
The other subclass of paladin that I had before did Fae, so
No, well, it affected Fae, but it didn't actually sense Fae. It was going to wane.
I think it's only Rangers that do.
Yep.
all right. Okay, so initially I turn to Whistler, confused look on my face, and ask, "When did you become undead?"
Now I change it to fiend.
Ah, that's really fucking cool, Whistler. And I'm gonna start walking towards the sound of the voice, but I'm not like charging ahead because I don't know what's going on because I was unconscious. But I'm gonna head towards the voice and the chopping wood to see what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I follow. I turn it back to undead, but I follow.
I don't want to split the party. I want to start trying to steer Crixus and Storm back.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
Storm
like-
doesn't have an issue.
So you
with
see
getting
the
armed.
same pale woman and a yelling at a hill giant who has this huge axe that just seems to be chopping at this tree.
Hmm. And she screamed that they were the trees of Amarantha.
No, Almanthoya. Amarantha's the one speaking. She said something about Almanthoya's tree. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to type both names, but I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're very similar names.
Okay. Whistler, do you speak giant at all? And
Storm
I'm
does.
yeah.
I look up at the giant and I say, "How much does a polar bear weigh?"
Oh, that's
The giant seems to not.
Okay.
Just out of clarification, I just need to know who all has true sight. So it's just Brutus and
Yeah.
okay.
And just 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Nigel can see a lot of things, but not true sight.
Okay.
Zashi wasn't even able to get affected by what they did to get that permanently. So,
Okay.
I think Nigel just has see invisibility and dark vision.
Okay. So, complicated situation.
Whistler doesn't have anything.
yeah, Zachi will run up and try to prevent the giant from attacking the trees.
Okay. So I'm gonna need everybody now to roll initiative then.
Do you want a separate initiative for Nigel, or just
No, this is more like it matters, but it most of this is actually having to do with you, how you guys, what's going on, because you're still talking. It's a complicated situation. So
There's a lot of things going on.
Well, we can't make it easy. It would be-
no, fortunately this is one of the ones that I actually knew about, so not as. We have here. It's almost like everybody has the same fucking stats. Oh, there's one that's different. Okay.
I love when there's like 3 creatures that we know about, but there's like 7 rolls for initiative for the DM.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see who got above a 15. That would be Zashi, Crixus, and Whistler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it looks like Zashi, you want to attack the hill
Actually,
giant.
I'm going to use suggestion, telling them to put down their weapons.
Okay. I need a D20. I need to actually a D20 for this.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. The hill giant goes and just continues to chop at the tree.
No wisdom save?
I did. I rolled it.
Okay.
FYI, things might not be fully what they seem in this entire thing. We
Yeah,
have
I
2
kind
people
of
being the
figured
same
that, you know.
person, so.
I think Zashi might be contemplating that too, but that's all.
So I can't
can
reveal
do.
your guys'. I can't reveal the bonuses. Basically, what it comes down to.
But yeah, I just get close enough to do something on my next turn. I can't do anything else this turn unless I use a spell, and I don't want to.
Okay, so Whistler.
I will cast a. I will cast a. 1d6 of fire. 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 1d6 of f a silent image of another hill giant
Mm-hmm.
with an axe, with his hands pointing at the tree, and then I will use my mimicry to say, "Don't hurt my doggy."
The hill giant stops and looks at your silent image and is like, huh? This is my territory. Go away.
And that's what I'm doing. So
Okay. Does anyone else have higher than an 18? I don't think so, right? No. Okay, so that would be okay. So Crixus, the kind of wetter woman is looking at you and says, maybe we can go take a dip.
I mean, I do like swimming, but I'm not really dressed for it. We can do that though. We should probably.
Well, I'm not dressed for it either. And she starts walking to the lake, kind of sashaying.
Kind of
I'm
really does
holding his collar.
like things like this, like, hey, someone tells Ashi that maybe the lich thing can wait, cause I'm making friendly with the locals. Maybe we can get some directions. But you still have my collar.
Yeah, I still have your collar. I'm not letting it go. That
Until
was
he
not.
takes it off.
I actually probably am like trying to walk and just like yo-yoing.
Yeah. And I'm trying to steer him towards everybody else, the direction they went.
And I think it's now Crixus, right?
She'll
No.
be there. She'll be there later, dude.
So with the charm, am I?
You're not compelled. You just it's a straight charm. It is.
Gotcha.
There's
So I'm gonna
no.
be like, Brutus, like seriously, man, it's been a while. You know what the girls are like in hell? Like, this looks way more fun. Like, come on, you can come too. Maybe she's into that kind of thing. You don't know. Like, come on, man.
Brutus has bad experience.
What happens? It's a little water. It's like 3 feet deep. You carried me the whole
She
way.
will call over her shoulder as she's disrobing. The more, the merrier.
Yeah,
See?
no,
She's
can
into it.
pick him up fireman's carry and start walking towards the rest of the group.
Oh, Daddy, what are you doing?
I mean,
We'll be there later.
basically, if Crixus is trying to get away from you, yes, you can take an attack of opportunity to try to grapple him.
That's
It's-
up to Chester.
I mean, he's probably trying to go because he thinks it's a great idea and he doesn't know that Zashi's in trouble that he's supposed to be keeping alive. So, yeah.
Okay, so athletics checks from the two of you. Unless, like, you could also choose to fail this, Crixus. Like, because
want.
again, you're not compelled. I want to make this very clear.
Yeah, but it's Chester. You put a hottie there, and it's Chester.
He just got out of hell, man.
Oh yeah, you. So on your turn, you want to pick him up and
And yeah, as we're
because it would be
walking,
your
I'm
turn
reminding
now.
him, Zashi's this way, and doesn't sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the party together. The chick will be there later. All right. You shouldn't. You're lucky I rolled that well.
Okay, so what is she
We all know
doing?
this.
He's probably not even fighting too hard.
Not
'cause
really.
he's
Yeah.
super motivated, but it's kind of a downer.
It's okay. She'll be there later.
He's like, dude, have you seen those hips though? And those tats? Like, you don't get tats like that in hell either. Like, this is a once in a lifetime new opportunity.
That I do not believe. That none of the
Last
chicks are
time a
allergic.
girl offered to share me with you, like that's never happened. This is the
Do you-
first time ever.
Brutus kind of looks back and like, you specifically want to share with me?
Okay, so sorry, it's the other Amarantha turns and looks at the new hill giant, piercing scream, goes to run away, and the hill giant from that was chopping at the axe will take its attack of opportunity, swing, and you just see this Amarantha like just get catapulted into the trees. I'll be right back.
I was just typing. He's got a good view of them being slung over my shoulder like that. He's probably like, "Oh, what big shoulders you have! So broad." That so far is the only
Yeah.
And,
actual comment he's made. Yeah.
and what he said to Brutus was that she offered to share Crixus with Brutus. He didn't even say that he was into it. Like he was trying to just get Brutus back on track into the water. I mean, if Brutus wants to read into it, that's fine. But what he actually said was,
I don't think Brutus actually quite gets what all of that meant. I don't think that's his forte.
Okay,
He's
so
like, "Sure,
who's
whatever."
next? It looks
There's a
like
lot
it
of
would
water. Yeah, we can drink
be
water.
okay, the rest so Brutus and those of you still dealing with Crixus's infatuation, you hear some giggling coming from the forest. Like somebody is watching you guys and amused. And Storm, what are you doing?
And what did I see from the lady that was walking by with my true sight? What is she? Is she like really there, or is this?
Yeah. And
But they're
she's
giggling from the forest.
the forest isn't in range of your true sight, but you could go ahead and give me a perception check to kind of identify where that giggling is at. Oh yeah, it's like within 15 feet of you. You could go find it if you want.
Everybody's splitting up. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Split it. Okay.
I just point out. I'm like, there's some people laughing at us. Well, not at me, at Crixus.
Safe assumption.
But I'm like, we should go find Zashi before she gets in trouble. And I'm going to walk towards Zashi, wherever she is.
Okay. It's gonna take you a bit, but it'll be about 3 rounds unless you guys run. But Okay. It is now the hill giant's turn. Who is going to? Does anyone know Zashi's AC?
Yeah, it's 20.
Okay.
Becca does.
1 attack. Nope. Nope. No. Jesus, 3 attacks plus 10 and nope. So the hill giant takes 3 swipes at you, Zashi, and completely whiffs.
That is not acceptable.
Okay. It's not acceptable that the hill giant whiffed against you.
No, it's unacceptable that he's attacking me.
That he even tried.
Okay.
Out there.
Okay, and there's okay. So now Whistler and Zashi. Suddenly those raccoons start cascading down the trees and start like encircling you. They're also going after the 2 giants. The silent image giant, they just pass through. But but for you guys, plus.
That's a lot of trash pandas.
So it's gonna be 3 attacks against each of you. 21 to hit you, Zashi.
Yeah, that one hits.
Okay. So let me grab a. I'll just roll the damage because.
How many are there?
It's like a swarm.
Okay.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are now grappled, Sashi, as they're swarming over you. The next one, 6 plus, that doesn't hit. And no. Okay, so, and then Whistler, 18 to hit.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it doesn't.
Okay.
He's
I've
so,
got a 19 AC.
he's so proud. Look at him.
17 to
Look at him,
hit,
look at him.
I
no.
have armor.
And 19 to hit.
Yeah, that one hits.
Okay. And you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and are also grappled.
Okay.
I will say that the grapple it doesn't feel like a bunch of furry animals like taking you down. It feels like something's wrapping around you guys.
Sorry, I gotta go.
Bye.
Hi, Shanna.
Bye.
Okay, so back up to the top of the round with Zashi.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and. Ow. So I'm just grappled. I'm not restrained or whatever it's called, right?
Yeah, you're just grappled.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to attack whatever's grappling me. It doesn't feel like raccoons, so I'm going to refer to it as whatever is attacking me.
Okay.
12 probably misses.
Let me check. 12 misses.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. Plus 1d2 plus 4.
Okay.
So that 10 points of damage, one of which is lightning.
So,
My special rapier.
okay. You get the sense the lightning doesn't really do anything.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. And that would bring us to Whistler then.
Okay. So what does it feel like? Like, does it feel like one creature wrapping me up, or a bunch of, like, because it looks like, is it one raccoon that's got me, or a bunch of raccoons that got me?
So visually, it's a bunch of raccoons that has you. It feels like something ropey and organic is currently trying to strangle you.
Okay. I will, and I will touch whatever it is, and I will cast Blight on it.
Okay. The raccoons scream in pain, and well, you don't have to roll damage for blight because yes, it's a plant. So, it just withers and disintegrates.
Okay. Does it look like whatever it is falls off of Zashi too, or is it still got us all?
It looks like there's multiples of these things.
Okay. I pop the wings and I fly off the ground.
Okay.
The air.
Okay. And that would bring us to, I want to say it's the nymph now. Yeah. Oh, are you leaving already, Crixus? I really. You sure you don't want to play in the water?
Brutus, she knows my name.
Okay. And I guess that brings us straight to Crixus.
Have I seen or heard that Zashi's in trouble yet?
I would say there's probably some screaming.
So I'm gonna like
No.
close. Yeah, moments. Brutus, put me down.
Bruce will go ahead and put you down.
And then I will be like, I'll be back. And like he just like high fisting, sprinting off in the direction of.
Okay,
Zashi's.
you'll get there within the turn. So.
Okay.
You come to the clearing and you see the same thing. Two hill giants arguing with each other. Although one of them tried to take swipes at Zashi. and then sorry, and then all these raccoons crawling over. You probably poked your head of the trees just as Whistler disintegrated about a third of them.
Gotcha. The one that's accosting Zashi will get an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna throw a dagger at him instead because I'm not revealing those things yet. Haha. Dagger. Where'd my daggers go? There they are.
14 hits.
Yay!
You clip one of these raccoons. Goes
Cool.
tumbling.
And he's already got another knife on deck.
Okay.
And he'll probably say something like, Zashi, hurry up and get saved. The locals want to go skinny dipping. You're kind of invited, I guess.
Okay. Who is next? Storm, you at a 12. Brutus is following right after you. Can't get within the range of the vines. The 15, that would be okay. The raccoon illusion disappears, and yeah, you guys are being choked by vines. By large assassin vines.
Are they like part of the tree that was being trapped?
They were just
Or-
on the ground, like they were around the tree that was. And instead, wow, that's a really shitty spell save, DC. I need we'll say Brutus to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna start rolling open because it doesn't really matter anymore. Does anyone know Brutus's wisdom save? We'll say it's +3. I don't know what it is. It rolled a nat 1 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's not in the journal on the character sheet.
I didn't.
Beyond.
So Brutus gets out and then she starts laughing at you guys.
Awesome.
See, Brutus is down. Come on, guys, let's wrap this up.
Storm.
Okay, Storm's head is starting to hurt. and Storm has the I took the feat for Fey Touch, so does he understand kind of what's going on right now?
Yeah, I'll say that
I've dealt with Fey, so
yeah, you're pretty sure the things you were dealing with before were a nymph and a dryad. We're just benign Fey. They aren't good, but they aren't particularly bad. But whatever you're dealing with now, this seems some hag bullshit.
all right. I want to know where they are, so I'm gonna be like, it's I think it's a hag.
Probably.
I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. It's like, who's casting these spells? And I'm going to try to persuade them to come out so I can see them.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
He's calling him out.
28.
Dang, good you.
Okay, so the hag doesn't become invisible, but however, what first appears to be a woman comes out from behind the tree. Only instead of being followed by legs, the torso of a woman, followed by a leonine form, walks out and is like, Oh, and the giant that was attacking the tree fades as soon as this happens.
Did the raccoons fade?
The raccoons already faded, and you can see the assassin's vines. Now the major image of the giant that was attacking the tree goes away.
Oh, I
Alright.
probably should have. Sorry. There's probably still the other giant though is still there.
Yeah, the silent image is still there. Yes.
Actually, it's not there.
Yeah. So, all the illusions are now faded, so everyone's heads can stop for a day.
It's like, oh, finally some peace for a second. Like, are you the one casting all this stuff?
Me and my companion, yeah.
Where's your companion at? So we could all talk.
She's around.
Well, I'm just going to be like, my name is Storm. What's your name?
Does she actually have a name? Oh, my name is Jade.
That's a nice name.
Jesus is around here somewhere.
Are you guys just casting these spells for fun, or what?
We're hungry. It's been a while since we had such delectable meals.
Well, I could tell you one thing. None of us taste really good.
You hear some like grumbling. You've got to be better than the raccoons.
I don't know about that. I know I don't taste very good.
That's definitely been 6 seconds. So
Okay.
I will say that also wastes her turn as she's discussing it with you. And the assassin vines will go ahead and try to constrict the people they have grappled. Well, one of them is not grappled. We'll just go ahead and try to constrict Sashi. It has advantage on this because she's still being grappled. Pretty sure 26 hits, but here's the other one.
Yeah, that hits.
You take.
The first one hits anyhow, not the
Yeah,
second
this
one.
and so you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are currently being strangled. Which means you cannot talk, and you are under the suffocating rules.
Yay.
Whistler, the other assassin line, is going to go ahead and try to attack you.
I'm up in the air.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That would have been then... I'm going to re-roll that because I don't know. Let's see. I guess it would be... Who would be closest?
It could. I don't know how far it can climb.
It can't. It can't get up to you. Sorry, Chester. This is going to be against your character.
Okay.
13 to hit.
13 is a miss.
Okay, and its second attack. 25 to hit.
Sadly, that is a hit.
Okay, you take.
Oh, you know what? Wait. I want to luck it.
Okay.
Because I took the luck feat because we're doing things different this game.
Cheap.
Natural 20.
Did not work out so well.
Karma.
It's still a 25. It's. You don't take the.
You get to choose which one to take.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So 16 points of bludgeoning damage to you, and you were grappled. It's not strangling you yet.
Doesn't take much.
Oh, and Becca, you are restrained too.
So I can't attack it then.
You can attack it, you just have disadvantage on it.
Okay.
And you can't cast any spells that require a verbal component because you're being strangled.
Yep. Fun times.
So it would be your turn now.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to attack it. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
I'm gonna go ahead and smite at a first level.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna leave off the lightning damage. And it should be 2d8 for smite, yes?
Yeah.
15 points of radiant damage.
Mm-hmm. You smite that vine. It's still up.
Arg. Second attack.
23
just a
hits.
10. I thought I had disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you do. Sorry. So 10 misses.
Okay, is there anything else I can do? Nope. Okay.
Whistler,
Okay.
you see Zashi like trying to stab this thing.
Yeah. I take the tank I've been carrying,
Mm-hmm.
and I like do something,
Mhm.
and I kind of maneuver it while I'm in the air and point it towards the assassin vine. That's
Oh, okay, I'm gonna need you to do a strength save as it shoots its cannon.
You're in the air, aren't you?
Yep, I'm up in the air.
So it's yeah, you go flying like.
But does it do the job?
Oh yeah. And actually takes out the vine. So yeah, you see this impact crater on the assassin vine, and then it like severs it. So Zashi kind of stumbles backwards as she pulls the rest of it off. But yeah, there's still one assassin vine left. But
How far did I get shot?
roll me a d20. We'll say this many feet. We'll just go that many feet. So you only get pushed back like 3 feet.
Does it knock me out of the sky?
Oh, because you would have pointed out, it actually knocks you higher into the sky.
Ah. Cool.
Okay. Who was the 18? They're not involved in this fight. So Kester, what's up with Crixus?
So I'm grappled, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try and cut loose of this assassin vine with one of my other knives.
Okay. It hits. It's the assassin vine doesn't like that, but it has a lot of HP.
Yeah.
It's more like you're trying to saw through this thing's rope as it.
It seemed like a really good idea at the time.
Mhm.
That's what I got.
Okay. Let's see. It was now the hag's turn. Can the hag actually do anything? Not really. Yeah. Okay. The hag does her thing. She's invisible. She's not within 10 feet of those of you true sight, so you can't see it. And that brings us then to Brutus is still laughing up a storm. And it's the storm's turn.
All right, so I'm just going to like look. I'm like, well, this is how it's going to go. I can't really not do anything, so I just look at the thing I'm looking at.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, fireball.
Okay, that's gonna hit the assassin vine too. So
Damn it.
it's not gonna hit you, Chester, but it is gonna hit the assassin vine. Okay, dexterity saving throw. Definitely fails it. It shrieks in pain, and the Assassin Vine automatically fails it, but I don't know why, but Assassin Vines are resistant to fire, so it only takes 16 points of damage. And that would bring us to the Lamia's turn, who is going to shriek in pain, is going to immediately throw herself at Storm. Ah, these things are not all that strong for this to be that high of an encounter level. Well, but a nat 20 will definitely help that out. So there's two claw attacks and an intoxicating touch attack. That was first claw attack. 13, I'm sure, misses, right, Storm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the intoxicating touch attack. And then an 8 misses. So you take... Oh, wow. Never mind about not being that strong. 35 points of slashing damage.
Hey, Storm tried to be nice.
This will be remembered.
And that brings us to the Assassin Vine that's still wrapped around Crixus. Does not have advantage yet. Or it does have advantage because you're grappled. So. Jesus. Okay, that one hit. See if it crits. Does not. Crixus, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and are restrained and being suffocated.
Ugh.
What's your con save? I mean, Constitution score. I don't anticipate either of you guys actually.
I have a 12.
Okay. It will lasting that long, but you can't cast spells with a verbal component now.
Yeah, I already figured that was coming.
Okay, Zashi.
All right, can I toss one of my fireball beads in a way that can hit the Assassin Vine and the Lamia, but not Storm or Crixus?
Yeah. It's a little hard. You have to clip it basically at the back end of them. But
Okay.
sure.
All right, then I need them to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. The Assassin Bite automatically fails. And they wow, that was a good fireball.
Yeah, that was.
Lamia is still up. The Assassin Vine withers from damage.
Safe word! Safe word, damn it! Safe word! Like grabbing at the stuff around my throat.
Alabama.
And that would bring us then to Whistler.
Okay, so Whistler holds the tank up kind of close to his face, and he says, he makes the ticking of a clock, but he raises the last one, so it's like tick, 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 tick.
You get like give me. It says something like give me 18 seconds. It takes time to reload this fucking thing.
Yeah, that's what he was asking.
Yeah.
And then he will just. Can I see the hag, or how are we close enough?
You
where I can
can't see the
what's
hag.
going
You
on?
can see the Lamia. The hag is
Okay.
invisible.
And I can see the Lamia just like cut somebody up really good.
Yeah, it's attacking Storm. But also the Lamia just took a decent amount of damage from a fireball and looks more concerned with getting out of there than anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just. And did the Assassin's Vine fall off of Crixus?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just try to hit the Lamia with a chill touch.
Okay. You hit the Lamia just shrieks in pain and looks like, yeah, looks like she's just wanting to get the fuck out of there. And that brings us then to Storm. Or not Storm, to Crixus, sorry.
Crixus is gonna kind of stand up, getting his bearings. Sees that the only threat left is Miss Lamia over there. And let's see here. I still got a couple of these left. She needs a dagger too, I think.
That hits.
Yay!
As you stab into her side, her body is bleeding, kind of this like greenish liquid, but she's still up. Barely, but still up.
I'm having Nigel start retrieving all of my loose daggers.
Okay. Brutus is still laughing. And that brings us to Storm.
She's still up right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Is she hurt? She looks really bad.
She looks really hurt.
What do I want to do? I'm just going to, I guess, cast Firebolt at her.
Okay. That hits. Okay, you catch her right in the face as the smell of burning hair and lion fur fills everyone's nostrils. Her smoldering face collapses to the ground, dead. Unless you guys have a desire to chase wherever the fuck that hag went, we're out of combat.
Yeah, I don't even think I know that there was a hag.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Only Storm.
Starbolt say there's still another one, another asshole. Run around here somewhere, so watch out. And we're not in combat, so I'm going to go to Brutus and try to shake Brutus out of this. It's not funny.
Okay. Yeah. Brutus was like, huh? And actually, just about that same time, Brutus, like, the spell fades as the hag gets out of range to maintain concentration.
So now that everyone's good, the locals are interested in some skinny dipping. I think it would go a long way to fostering good relations and getting directions if we were willing to participate in this diplomatic venture.
I'm looking for the woman who might be an illusion who got hit by the giant and knocked through the.
You can give me an investigation check. You see it's not the same woman, but you do come across a kind of, you come across a dryad, basically. Green hair, wood-colored skin. Oh, hello. Are you part of the group? Oh, you're the... And she kind of like looks at you. What does your aura read right now?
Undead.
Okay,
Turned
she...
it back.
Okay.
Oh, I actually, when she's like that, I'm like, oh, you can come as long as you don't bring the undead crow, and I walk off.
Okay. She doesn't follow you.
So there's a dryad over there.
Sure.
Can I get close enough to see if there's a dryad over there?
Yeah, you can walk up there, and yeah, as you get within 10 feet, the image fades from a pretty-looking dryad to a green, kind of gnarled hunchback figure. It's still, that has no idea that you can see through her illusion. So it was, oh, yeah, thank you for taking care of that horrible Lamia. She was disturbing me and my friend for so long.
Do I know what she is? by looking at her.
Yeah, she's a green hag.
I know you're a hag.
That's mean to say to a young woman such as myself.
Drop the illusion. So
I don't know
Storm's
what you're
like,
talking
"I
about.
see."
She's gonna go ahead and insight check you.
Storm is telling the truth.
I know. I'm trying to determine something about her. Yeah, no, she's calling your bluff. Your bluff. She refuses to drop it. Okay. Well, if you're gonna be insulted, and she starts walking off.
Storm, we're trying to make friends with the locals so we know where the thing is that Zashi wants to kill.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, Crixus, you know what? She was totally into you. You should go talk to her.
And I will say, as soon as she gets past 10 feet, like the illusion comes. Like,
Yeah, she looks like a beautiful woman.
Mhm.
Most women are, I get that, but you know, you need to take some for the team and apologize, okay? It's not just about me.
Well, while this is happening, she fades from view.
I'm going to go. I'm going to ignore Crixus. I'm going to walk up to Zashi. I'm like, don't trust anything you see here.
Yeah, I've gathered.
It's like that was not a beautiful woman. No matter what Crixus says, that was a hag.
Hey, hag,
At which point, you also hear from Crixus, are you gonna join me or not? The water's getting
and that's a
cold.
gym, and there's a dryad somewhere giggling.
Oh, and by the
somewhere.
way, Crixus, you are still charmed.
yeah, I was trying to convince everyone to go to the skinny dipping and no one answered me, so I just kind of.
And I'm like, I'm just pointing now at things. I'm like, Crixus is charmed. So
What?
All right,
It sounds likely.
Brutus, can you guide us to the next area to try to track down Blacketh?
I mean, I can get you out of this room.
I bet that girl over there would love to tell us how to get out of here. She just wants to swim while we talk. I think it's a really good idea, guys.
I'll start walking in that direction.
Which direction?
The one that Crixus wants us to go in.
Okay. You see a pretty woman swimming in a lake.
With cool tats.
As soon as she sees Whistler, she's like, she kind of swims away from you guys again.
Dead Crow's back.
My shoulders sink down and I walk back towards Crixus. I pout and I look away from him too. I walk back over to Zashi because nobody likes me.
How tall is Whistler?
Short, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 4 foot. 4
So,
foot 2.
like, seeing that, I kind of melt and become a doppelganger of you for a moment. And I go,
She's still beckoning you.
I'm like, I look at directly at Whistle. I'm like, look at what he's doing. He's like, these people are assholes.
mine is not really bound by the curse, so I put like a feathered armor on you. I'd be like, women, what are you gonna do?
I cast disguise self to look like Crixus.
And my feathered arms actually do it. And I go like this, like I kind of shoo you. Towards
You change your aura, or are you still radiating undead?
Oh, I'm still radiating undead. I just look like
ruining
Crixus.
everything.
Yeah. So she still looks warily at you.
I put up an act of looking all like slumped and sad. Wingmanning it.
Uh huh.
All right, well, if you guys are going to do this, I'm going to ask the cranium rats to help me set up a perimeter so that as they're doing whatever negotiation, that if Blacketh or the hag or someone comes to investigate us crashing into this place, that we're not going to be taken unawares.
The cranium rats kind of do their blink at you and like, oh, okay. Do you want us to? We'll set up a perimeter. Alpha Saboro wants to talk to you. She wants to thank you for killing the Lamia.
Okay. Please lead on to Alpha Serranio.
It's a
I'm going with
Borea.
Rashi. I don't really want. There's an awful lot of Fae in here. There's a lot of tricks going on.
I mope along behind Zashi like I'm super sad that no one wants to swim with me because no one wants to swim with me except the dryad or the nymph.
Well, that nymph is all about you right now. So you
I
should-
know, but I wung man up. I got Whistler going in there.
So Whistler's going to swim with it.
No, I'm just walking with everybody else. He just turned into Crixus because Crixus turned into him.
She's still doing one
Slightly shorter version of Crixus because I can only go a foot in each direction, and I think you're like 6 feet tall. But
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm probably a slightly taller version of you.
As you guys follow Gramiets, you you walk forward, and there is that same dryad woman that you saw before.
Okay. And Storm's vision shows a dryad.
I don't know. Do you get within 10 feet of her?
Sure.
Yeah, you see a dryad.
Yeah, I just thumbs up.
All right, cool.
Like this one's real.
Hi, are you here to free us?
If you need freeing, yes.
Well, I can't leave my tree. It's been really nice of Amarantha to stick around, but it's a little hard to move an entire tree. I was just hoping maybe you had a way. This is a really depressing cage, even if it looks all bright and shiny.
Oh, was the dude with the axe trying to help you move your tree? Because we could do that.
Please don't cut down my tree.
So, could I do some sort of nature check to see if Zashi knows anything about moving trees? Because Becca does, but I don't.
Yeah,
think
give me a nature check.
How big is this tree?
You haven't seen it yet.
Okay, can we see the tree? Can I do a nature check?
Yeah, she'll take you to the tree. You have no idea Zashi how to move a fucking tree.
21.
You know how to move a tree, but it usually requires some digging and like protecting the root
Work.
ball, and
Yeah.
it really depends upon how old the tree is. She takes you until you find it's like a 15-year-old maple. It's gonna be a pain, but you can theoretically do it if you had a way to transport it.
Mm.
Do we have anything? So, Brutus had like a ship in a bottle. Whistler or Storm, do you guys know how to do that? Like, take something really big and turn it small? So
Well,
that-
it depends on if this tree is counted as a creature, because I can polymorph.
The tree is not a creature. The tree would technically be an object. If you have that bottle, you could probably use the bottle.
To put it in it.
Uh-huh.
Well, Brutus would have the bottle.
You just have to get rid of the ship.
Do we
Well-
want to get rid of the ship?
Well, the question is, did Brutus leave the ship in the water back on in Malys?
I think actually he
That's
did.
something
Yeah. I don't think that the thing is. I think the ship is still in the water.
Mhm.
So yeah, so we just need the bottle, right? Can I?
I completely forgot about the bottle, but yeah, the
Can we
bottle
borrow the
could
bottle
probably
so we
do
can-
it. You'd have to like dig around the tree so that you would have something that separated it from the rest of the land.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm
I
willing to do that.
Guess we're digging.
So, like, does she have to go in the bottle with the tree?
No.
Oh, okay.
Crixus, this means that we can actually get to take them with us, and you can actually party longer time when we get home.
Well, I'm not really looking to party. I was just making sure because, if we only had room for the tree and her in there, then her friend that stayed for her was probably going to be upset. And, I'm not really good at making girls who are upset happy. Like, I really just do better when they're happy.
I mean, I would say that it kind of pings in your head. How are you guys getting home?
Yeah,
We'll figure it out. We're pros.
We haven't figured that part out yet.
We'll do it when we cross that
Does it
bridge.
go two ways?
I make a little tiny prestidigitation image of the dome.
So you guys, it takes you a while, but you were able to dig up the enough of the so that you can put it in the bottle. Um, you do the dryad does ask to hold the bottle because it's her tree,
Yep, makes sense.
and so now you have followers of a dryad and a nymph.
Does anyone actually tell Zashi the nymph's name?
Do we?
I got this. Hold on. I wrote it down. The nymph was Amarantha, and the dryad is Almanthoya.
Alpha Ciboria. That's
Alpha Savoria.
Alphesiboea. I'm gonna add an R to the Borea just so that it's easier to say.
Gotcha. So I go
Well-
ahead and provide that. They didn't catch it.
So Zashiel goes, Amarantha, huh? I knew an Amaranth, but that was back in the Warren. Didn't think it was a very common name.
It is around nymphs.
Yeah, Zashi doesn't know that.
Mhm.
Remember, Zashi doesn't know what Zashi knows about Amaranth and what Scotty knows about Amaranth. That's probably different.
Anyways, so you guys headed out north or
Yeah.
south?
How long does it take them to dig up the tree?
4 hours.
Okay. Well, I totally take a short rest in there. And
Okay.
And my disguise self is done because that only lasts
Okay.
an hour.
I will let, not that anyone asked, I will let, in that 4 hours, somebody probably checked on the Lamia body. There was a hat of disguise and a jade comb.
A jade cone?
Comb.
Comb.
Yeah, like a jeweled jade comb.
Magic?
No, just worth a lot of money. Worth 500 gold.
Money's just what Storm needs because he has so much money already. He doesn't spend his money. He has like tons.
I just want it because it's cool. And it's a comb.
For his feathers.
You could put it in the hat.
Who wants the hat of disguise?
Yeah, I don't really need one of those. I can just do it.
Well, who doesn't have? I don't have the ability to disguise myself, but I don't think Brutus or Sashi does it. So
Well, Zashi or Storm are good at lying once they're in it. So it'd probably be one of them.
I think Storm should actually take the hat.
Yeah, it's going to be
Alright.
a lot harder to keep Zashi alive if she doesn't look like her when she's in trouble, and I don't know where to put my efforts.
okay, so yeah, I guess I'll take the hat of disguise.
Okay, it's not an attunement item, so it's just kind of...
Awesome, thank God.
Also, while they're digging up the tree, I'll be healing myself and then resting.
Okay.
Because, you know.
So who actually is digging up the tree? Because
As much as I need to heal, I'm going to help dig up the tree.
Okay. Okay. So you guys take turn. I'm gonna say it takes. I said what? It took 3 hours. It's gonna take 4 hours, as you guys are trading off because they're not.
I'm gonna get the girls to play a game of cards with me just for funsies.
The nymph would rather swim.
Go
The
swim.
game has changed.
Yeah. So you guys,
I'll go swim.
they are staying away from. They can read your aura. They're staying away from you. They actually will mention you are the nicest undead we've ever met.
Just nuts.
But I still want to swim, even if they're staying away from me.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
go
just get in the water.
Okay, you go swim. And there's no real current. It's kind of a you can tell that there's definitely some magic involved in keeping the lake clean. Okay, so you guys do your 4 hours and then head out under the direction of Brutus. I need another D100 check.
Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna set us on this path? Oh God, it's Tucker.
It's me. 48. See, you don't even have to turn that many pages.
No.
It's like 10 pages away from you.
It's only CR 48 this time.
Yeah,
We're better. It's better
we're
now.
better. Yeah, are we level 20 now?
No.
Lame. I
We just like were test pilots in a revolutionary rocket system that has never been seen before in the world. That's got to be some hefty XP.
Okay, as you head down your path, you it's a general hallway for a good time until you come to a it, flap actually starts squeaking quite a bit as this flap flies over, and there's another bat hanging down from a sign that says right over an open door that reads Chuck's Magic Shop. There's a maze of counters and display tables inside, all with potions, wands, and other goodies locked under glass. A
I have
hirsute,
so much money. I could go spend it.
a bugbear in a very nice tailored suit toils behind the counter. He's got a pair of like wizardly spectacles.
I now look like I now register as Goblinoid.
Okay. As soon as you sees, he says, "Welcome to Chuck's Magic Shop. We got oceans of potions, wads of rods, rolls of scrolls, ways of staves, and factories of phylacteries. It is the magic, and it ain't on you already. We got it at Chuck's."
We got it at Chuck's.
I'm going to look around.
Yeah.
Me
It's like,
too.
do you have a catalog of all your inventory so we can see what we want?
Wow, this is a pretty cool shop. May I see what type of potions you have?
Sure. It really is a maze of like corridors, not corridors, of like shelves. But he points you to it. He has a potion of Eagle Splendor, potion of Enlarge, potion of Jump, and a potion of Owl's Wisdom.
What kind of wands does he have?
Let's see what he got.
And I would be interested in the potion of Eagle's Splendor, depending on its cost.
Currently on the only wand he has on the shelf is a wand to detect secret doors. Or a wand of detection, I should say, not detect secret doors. That's that 3.5 thing. But in 5e, it's wand of detection. He also on his hip is. I also have this, and he points to his water wonder that's on his hip.
What's that? Yeah. What was that?
A wand of wonder.
Random shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're a good gamble, friend. Never a good gamble.
How much for the potion of Eagle's Splendor?
Oh, that would be 200 gold.
All right, I will. Can you take it down to 175?
I mean, I'm not one for bartering, lady.
All right.
This is kind of a like I only chance you got. There ain't a lot of commerce in this area.
Okay. Well, I will take it.
But friend, have you seen that she's snake blooded? Just saying, you want those kind of friends.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I would suggest you respond favorably and maybe offer a discount.
Make an intimidation check against the bugbear wizard. He narrows his eyes at you. Goes to like he's already taller than even Brutus, and like and then he goes to his full height, and is just like, maybe you should leave, friend.
I really should, because 11 gold isn't gonna buy a whole lot in your store. I really think you should reconsider of, price matching. And then Crixus politely leaves.
Yeah, Zashi's looking at cloaks and rings as well, depending on what's available.
I ritually cast detect magic. I'm looking for the strongest aura in the shop.
Let's see. It would probably. It comes from a It looks like a pouch of just dust.
Is it like behind him somewhere, or
It's
under
actually
glass,
with
or?
it's in the display cabinet near the counter, basically. There's a little placard that just reads "Dust of Etherealness."
Oh. Ching ching.
That's one of my prizes. That's gonna be 2,000 gold. I don't know what you're trying to say, Tucker.
He just makes an illusion of a bunch of like gears floating in the air, and then he points to it.
He has no idea what you're saying because I have no idea what you're saying.
He walks up to Zashi and he taps her on the arm and he points to that, and then he lifts his mouth, and then he points at him.
You want to know how much it is or what it does? Sir, would you mind letting us know what this does?
Oh, it is quite spectacular, honestly. It is one of my prized possessions. You sprinkle it around on yourself, and you will temporarily find yourself transported to the ethereal plane.
Interesting.
Can I make a guess on how much I think is in that bag?
Sure. Do you think has based upon the size, because you can't really feel its weight, but assuming that all of it is dust of etherealness, it would have 4 charges.
Okay. And it transports you to the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the second strongest thing?
That would have there's a staff of enlarge reduce. All of these would be in the counter as well. A staff of enlarge reduce, a goggles of minute seeing, which is pretty much a microscope. And then and then a potion of sorry, we're translating 3.5 magic items to 5e right now.
Yeah.
To and then a potion of greater invisibility. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll do the same thing, ching ching, on both the staff and the
staff would be 1,500 gold, and then the rest would be 1,000.
Okay.
Well, I'm interested in that potion of greater invisibility. It's 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
I've got to just spend money on something. I got to just like I have so much. But I need to know like what kind of rings there are. I just need to have the list.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you should be asking questions. I can't ask
I'm like,
questions.
that's why I'm like, do you have a catalog of this stuff so I can just look this over?
Well, Crixus went out on a limb because he only had 11 gold, so he did what he could and then he left.
Like,
I just don't want to interrupt you guys when you're asking questions, but I want to know about the rings and possible.
yeah, me too. I just like there wasn't the wanted detection app isn't really that big of a deal to me, but
I definitely want that staff of enlargement.
I know.
Okay, so what's up? Who's getting what?
I'm getting.
They're still
potion-
asking questions.
So I'm getting the potion of greater invisibility. Both Storm and Zashi would like to know about any rings or cloaks that might be available.
There is a ring of striding and springing. There's also, so I will say this is all the stuff that's for sale. You do notice that he himself has quite a few magic items on his person. And he has a but yeah, the only ring for sale is the ring of striding and springing. There are no cloaks on his person. He has quite a few scrolls. You also notice a ring of freedom of movement on him.
Cool.
That is cool.
Does a staff of enlarge reduce? Does that require attunement?
No.
Okay. What about the goggles?
The goggles minute scene does not require attunement. They don't really do a lot in this edition.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they would do in 5th edition.
Yeah, I'll have to figure something out what they do in this edition. In previous editions, because of how tiny worked, it made.
But 1,500 and 2,000.
Mm-hmm. 2,000 for the dust, and then 1,500 for the staff, and then
1,000. Oh, right, 1,500 and 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want that staff and I want those goggles.
Okay.
Unless somebody else thinks
No,
they
go.
do. Yeah.
Go for it.
I will be clear. The goggles they're like they look like standard goggles, and then when you put them on, they like do the microscope like thing whenever you're trying to look at something tiny.
Yeah, I know they're probably not going to do a whole lot, but I'm an artificer, so I need goggles.
Yeah.
And the staff's actually cool. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose you have a second one of that ring of freedom, that ring you're wearing, do you?
And no. This is this was a special order. Well, a special make. I can make another one, but I don't imagine you'll be back around here very often. Sometimes I run afoul of the local constabulary, and so I find it necessary to make sure that I don't get stuck.
Are you happy or satisfied with your position here on Flackett's base?
Is that where I'm at? I honestly, I just set up my shingle here like 2 months ago. I just found this empty room. Figured it was a great place to set up shop for a little bit. Hasn't handled too much foot traffic, although everybody that does seems to be loaded down with some money. always those adventuring types. They're my real customer base. You have to understand. Always trying to find more stuff, make themselves more powerful and all. And yeah, so but I'll probably be moseying on sooner or later. I can kind of set up and take down whatever I want.
Well, if you ever find your way onto Suabos into New Malys, that is another area where adventurers come through a lot looking for items. Just as a heads up.
Well, old Chuck here will have to check it out at some point. You can just if you ever need me, and he actually hands out a business card that says Chuck Yuck Tuck, purveyor of fine magical goods. Just tap on that like 3 times, and let me know, and I can come and maybe I can sell you some things, or send one of my minions to help out.
Thank you.
Just like a monkey.
Yes, there, little crow man.
And I'll point to the card in Zashi's hand.
And he hands you one too.
What kind of potions was there again?
Give me a second. Eagle Splendor, which Zashi bought.
Mm-hmm.
And
Greater invisibility, Zashi bought.
enlarge, jump, reduce, and Owl's Wisdom.
How much was the Owl's Wisdom?
Or does it be the same as Zashi's? So 200?
200? Yeah, I'll take the Owl's Wisdom, and I guess I'll take the Wand of Detection. How much was that?
It would be 100 detect doors would be 250, or detect wand of detection.
Yeah, I'll take both of those.
And it has 14 charges. Oh, by the way, your staff has 5 charges right now, and both of them, for simplicity's sake, will say replenish at dawn.
And I'm assuming the staff just casts enlarge reduce.
Yeah, and can also work as a quarterstaff.
Okay.
You can hit people with it.
If no one else wants it, I'll buy the potion of jump, and I'll probably end up giving it to Brutus or someone else. But how much is the potion of jump?
200.
Okay.
Oh no, jump is a first level spell, right? So that would be 50.
Okay.
And how much was the ring of springing and striding?
1,000.
That's gotta be.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
Okay.
And a ring of sprinting and striding won't be in D&D Beyond, but the boots will. I imagine it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Just in ring form.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I'll have you guys roll one more D100, and that's where we'll end off for the next. I'll give you the description, and then that's where we'll leave off.
I do want to say, as soon as I leave, I tap on its card.
So you rolled the exact same number. So technically, you left and immediately walked back through the door of Chuck's.
Because I tapped this card.
Yeah. Can you give me one more D100?
Sure.
It is really because Brutus did warn you. It's a
Mhm.
there's some shenanigans in this area.
Yep.
This passageway leads into a larger cave. You hear the gurgling sound of a stream or river ahead. A well-worn path leads in that direction, and that's where we'll leave off.
Okay. Cool.
If anyone doesn't know what I'm doing, you are playing in the Book of Challenges right now.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Figured this would be a little bit of change of pace of just going to one fight to another.